future scientist, only 9 years old. And he started when he was only 6 years old. This is just amazing on this talent what this young man has. Look at him just go. He calls this doodling. And doodling is as he follows his heart and passion because it's in him. Music is in his soul. And he loves to go out there and create. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Daniel Oliver. Yes! How you doing, son? Woo! How are you?
Great.
Good, good. So, hey, you play some wonderful music there. God, you are. Now, how old are you?
9.
9 years old. Come on a little closer so people can hear you, so at least you can do that. 9 years old. And how long have you been playing the piano?
Sort of when I was 3, but when I started playing blues I started when I was 3, figuring out things on the piano, like kind of feeling music, but then when I started to get older and older and older,
When he's getting older.
I understand more, and it just comes to me.
Gosh, it's in your soul, isn't it?
Yep. It just helps me to express my feelings sometimes.
Your feelings.
Yep, sometimes sad, droopy, angry. So
So if you're sad, what kind of music would you play if you were sad?
something like this.
Okay. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Hey, Mike, can I ask a favor? Can you move that camera over here closer so at least you can show people that he is actually playing? Because right now they can't see it and they're like, oh yeah, is he really playing or not? This young man is playing. Now, if you're upset and angry, I want to hear angry music. Let's see what you got. This is when he's angry. Gosh. Oh, gosh. This is good.
It looks like I'm looking away.
I know this is the camera that we're looking at because we wanted to move things around just to show people exactly what. Now, I understand you want to be a future scientist.
Yep.
What kind of scientist?
Working with mechanics, also chemistry.
Mechanics and chemistry.
Yep.
What got you excited in that? What motivated you in that?
Well, I just kind of think physics and all that is pretty cool. You know,
You're like the type of guy that likes to invent stuff then, huh?
create things like Heather said on the last show.
Oh, what did Heather say? Share with me.
She said she liked to be creative and show that she cared and how she really was motivated to it.
Oh, yeah, yes. See how it's paying it forward. Folks out there, you're never too young to start. You're never too old to start. Bottom line is start. It's called follow your heart and passion. Look at Daniel's passion.
No one can stop you.
What was that?
Nobody can stop you from doing the things you want to do.
That's right.
That's it. Take it from Daniel. That's a high five there, son.
You make choices and it affects your life.
That is so real. That is so real. Hey, and who taught you how to play this stuff?
My mom, but I just feel the music inside of me. It just motivates and comes out.
Oh, ooh, ooh, I love this. It's all like oozing out of him. Hey, you like some blues too? I know, I love blues. You got some blues on you, son?
Sure, Oogie Woogie.
Oh, boogie woogie. Hey, this one's dedicated to my aunt, Boogie Woogie. Remember, Grandpa? You love this music. Go ahead, son. Throw some boogie woogie on. Oh, yeah. Woo! I love it. Connecting the Dots Network. This is what this young man is about. Gosh, 9 years old, out there sharing your feelings. 9 years old. Can you imagine how he's going to be when he's 20, 30, 50?
I'm guessing pretty mature.
Son, there ain't no guessing there. Look, you're only 9 years old. What are they feeding him?
I know it's not a comedy show, but sometimes you can be funny. Just gotta let it out.
That's what I love. It's just being yourself. I love it. Oh, God, this is good. What else do you got? I tell you what, we're going to play some music. We're going to fade it into a commercial. And when you come back, we're going to have his mother on the show. Let's see what you got here, Daniel. Take us away. Yes. When you follow your heart, that's all that matters. When you follow your heart. This young man, Daniel Oliver, just follows his heart and just doodles. Guys, I gotta give you a round of applause, Daniel. You are awesome. Hey, who's this lovely lady next to you right here on the left?
My mom.
This is your mom. This is Vera Oliver, owner of ABC Piano Studio. Vera has been a piano teacher for over 15 years. Her experience in music started in former Soviet Union in a music school. Vera also involved in her church with children's music ministry as a choir director, assisted with camps organization and teaching. Vera has a big heart and passion for music and children. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good job, Mom.
So, how are you?
Great. Excited to be here.
My gosh, you taught this young man how to do this.
I am proud to be here with him. I'm glad he's
Thanks,
with me
Mom.
today.
Oh, this is good. Oh, thank you for being on the show and having you on here too. So tell us
Thank
about
you.
your school.
It's ABC Piano Studio, and it's a piano studio where I started off with teaching a lot of kids or young children, and recently I started teaching adults with a program that I use that is a playing-based approach. All that means is just temporarily we delay the reading process and we just expose you to the playing, kind of like what Daniel's playing today. He doesn't have any music today with him or anything. It's all just from, if I could say, patterns and shapes
Yes.
that we just, so it's a playing-based approach that we start off with. So that's one of the main things that the studio stands out with. I believe that the philosophy behind it is that everyone without exception is musical. And I love the fact that I get to teach students from the beginning with a playing-based approach, because it's making access of music to everybody without
Yes.
putting the limitations on it. And then later on we learn the reading process of it. So the analogy I like to use that makes sense to people
Okay.
is just like little babies, when they're, when they're growing up, they start to babble, they start to say words. They're speaking sentences by the time they're 3 or 4 years old, but they're not reading or writing yet. And, it's normal for us to wait until they're in kindergarten or in first grade for them to become really good readers in life.
Yes.
So that's kind of the analogy here. We expose the playing base, we expose you to the piano first, to the keys, and by learning those shapes and patterns, later on, you're learning how to read. If we took the analogy of the traditional way of learning piano, which is the way I've learned, and everybody else probably out there, then we would have to say, if we put that, to the child, that from now on, you're not allowed to speak unless you can read. And that would be preposterous. It makes sense. It just made sense to me. And that's the new program that I started using in the studio. And that's the program when I said, yes, I will teach adults. I will teach senior citizens. It's for everybody.
Yes. Oh, this is out of the box thinking.
Totally.
I mean, you were taught as a, like in the music school, you're taught in a box, you got to be this, structure, read music, can't do it. I like the way you described it. When the babbling first, well, that's the sounds of the brainwaves, like you were sharing. Brainwave shares with the sound when you start babbling before you're talking, and you got patterns.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, and I mean, one of the other thing is that, we believe that, when I say we, it's, I would say all the teachers who are using this program, and I believe it, is that every person without exception is musical. So we're taking on what is already natural to you. And what's natural, the way our brain already works, is by patterns. Our brain is a pattern-seeking device.
Yes.
When we're driving to different locations, different places, if you're driving to school every day, to work every day, if you're driving to church every Sunday, those patterns are already locked in. You're not opening it up as if it's a new day and it's a completely blank screen in your mind, or you know what I mean, and you're just like, where do I go? What are the streets? You've exercised it so much because our brain is a pattern-seeking device. So every one of us that has a brain that's already working as a pattern-seeking device, I can teach you piano because it's using what is already naturally instilled in each human being, in all of us. Therefore, that takes away completely all of the limitations. No limitations whatsoever, whether it's even a blind student, anybody with physical limitations or disabilities, anybody can learn to play piano. And I really believe that as a teacher, that's what I want to give to people.
I love it. Hey, it looks like we're running out of time, but gosh, you got yourself a great son. Show us exactly the patterns that you guys created. Folks, you want to take a look at this. This is here, Vera Oliver. She's got her owner of ABC Piano Studio with her son, the musician and future scientist. They're playing together. Look at him go, folks. And if you want to get in contact with her, shoot ABC Piano Studios. She got that stuff on the charts there. You want to take a look. This is Albert Figueroa. We're connecting the dots network. Let's give a round of applause. Gosh, this is a great show. Stay tuned for next week's show, folks. We're going to have to wrap it up. Hey, let's all give them a big dating game kiss, or should I say connecting the dots. Here we go. Go like this. Mwah. We'll see you guys next week.